Couldn't find the airport, 2 hour delay, and I ran and barely made it to my second flight. That's all the stuff that happened to me on my first airplane experience. I'd like to tell you guys about my airplane experience. Um, First things first is I couldn't drive all the way to Chicago because I didn't have a car at the time. And so I went with my family and we drove 5 hours to Chicago. Once we got there, we couldn't really find the airport. It took us like about an hour. Once we found it, I dreaded the moment that I had to say goodbye to my family since I was going on an airplane on my own. Um, Once I found my flight, we found out that it got delayed and it was delayed for like 2 hours because there was something wrong with the airplane. The whole 2 hours, I had nobody to talk to. So I would really suggest trying to go with somebody if you're ever going to go on an airplane. The first flight went by really smoothly, but the second one, not so much. I barely made it to my second flight since my first flight got delayed. I literally ran all the way from one building to the other building to get my second flight, and the lady said I had just made it just in time. The good thing about this is that I didn't have to reschedule another flight because I knew that she told me that the next flight was about my second flight was at 2 o'clock, and the if I had to reschedule, it would have to be around 7, which I did not want to do. The second airplane was really shaky, so I had a really bad experience with that. I really hope that you think of my experience when planning a trip. I would suggest, if you do plan a trip, to make sure to not travel alone, and also that you had enough distance between your flights, so in case you get delayed. And don't be fooled by all those movies that make it seem like the airplane experience is going to go by really smooth, because it honestly did not. I did not expect this experience. I was really hoping that it was going to go by really smoothly since it was my first time, but I did not like it. In the end, I think I would rather drive the 20 hours to Brownsville than take an airplane ever again.